She says you've kicked her out.
Right.
And she says that putting her on the street has led to her being abused and sexually abused and her life going down the gutter and all of these things, and that if you didn't want her, why did you adopt her? I mean, that's basically what she's saying to us. Why did you adopt her?
We wanted a family from day one.
When you adopted Megan, she was how old?
4 months old.
Okay, and what did you know about her at the time?
Oh, that's so cute. We found out that her birth mother had been on drugs, and we didn't know that when we were put in contact with the birth mother, asking us if we wanted to adopt her.
Okay, and was she on drugs while she was pregnant with the child?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
you knew that? It was
and
crack?
I knew that, yes.
Yeah, for the first trimester, she said. After that, no.
Okay, and when you heard that, did it cause you concern about what
Very
it might have
alarming.
done to her neurologically or otherwise?
Very alarming, yes. We came home and I called several doctors and they said, you have no guarantees if you have your own children, whether they're going to be healthy or not. So we decided to do it.
And along the way, did she hit the developmental benchmarks the way a child would be expected to in
No.
terms of reading, learning, all of that, or
No.
was she behind the curve?
Yeah, she was always behind the curve, but always been able to pass to the next grade. The teachers always wanted her to go to the next grade.
Okay.
It was at age 3 when things started being really difficult. The teacher came to us and said, you need to go see a doctor about Megan's behavior in the classroom.
Okay, and my point is, do you believe that there are neurological, physiological differences with her because of her environment in utero?
Oh, yes.
Or do you think this is all just psychological rebellion?
No, no.
So you think
believe
some of
it
this is
affected
neurological?
Whatever she was diagnosed with ADHD and how she interacted with people, how people interacted with her, her ability to make friends, her ability to keep friends. I think it just, I can't say destroyed, but I think it definitely affected her personality. through
So this
school
isn't
years.
just all her making bad choices. Some of this
No.
is involuntary on her
I
part,
think
do you
so.
believe?
I really believe that, yes.
Okay, all right. And you say when she was a teen, then she became promiscuous.
Right, and I did not know that.
Megan says that you were verbally and physically abusive to her when she was a child.
Verbally, yes. Physically, I remember lots of times, grabbing her by the arm just to get her attention. And when I found out in senior year of high school that she was running away from swim team, and yes, I have grabbed her. Somebody has actually filed a CPS report against us. And I asked the sheriff, well, how do you control your child? And he said, well, you can touch them, just don't leave marks.
Well, she said you hit her with belts, hangers, and a vacuum.
I have hit her. Yes, I have hit her. I don't remember a vacuum, but okay. I did use the belt, yes. And I have washed her mouth out with soap, yes.
And I'm just telling you so you can clarify this or debunk it. I just want to know what I'm dealing with.
Right.
She said that you would wait for your husband to go out of town on trips because you were an airline pilot, correct?
I was, yes.
And that's when you would aggress against her, and you would do it in such a way that any marks would disappear by the time he got home.
No, that's true. You saw bruises on her arms.
Yes, I've seen some bruises, yeah.
And you said, when I said verbally and physically, you said verbally yes, and then physically you had to think about. What kind of verbal abuse did you heap upon her?
I would yell and scream a lot.
So there were times that this was a combat zone.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
every night.
Yeah, okay.
So it didn't start out that way.
Okay.
It just built. It just built and built and built and built. And then
Okay.
school was, behaviors at school, not following our rules. I mean, we weren't terribly strict, but we did have rules. We were strict. And it seemed like a lot of children's parents were not.